Zaveid!
Somehow I'm guessing this ain't a coincidence.
Just a word of friendly advice. Leave your opponent this time to me.
Don't mess with me, Zaveid.
I'm not messing with you, especially not now. You can listen to me or not, your choice. But I'm handling this either way.
Like hell.
Fair enough, Dezel. But just so you know, there's 2 people left that I've still got a score to settle with. And I didn't save these last 2 shots of mine just to throw them away.
What are you even talking about?
Mickey boy, when a man says he means business, he means business. Don't ever forget that! Now, come at me!
It's on.
Who's my starting party?
This is ridiculous!
Too late now. Here goes.
I'm not letting an ass like you interfere with my plans.
I'm gonna have to beat this ass first before you can say that.
Sorey, climb handle this. Don't you dare try to keep me out.
Oh, he is. Oh my goodness. Ah, got him. Managed to prevent his Mystic Guard from happening this time.
Damn. You're a lot better at this than you used to be. Hey, if you can't stop this fool from killing the Hellions, then try using this. Its power can stop Malevolence from binding with people.
Got it.
I'll give you my very last shot. You can pay me back.
How do you make more shots?
Why do this?
Hell if I know. Go on ahead. Zaveid needs a nap.
He's wasted 3 shots on us so far. I don't know if that's a good idea. Got Siegfried. Got a title level up for him. For Dezel. Aegis of Whirlwind. Oh, I took all my blessed. Seriously just gonna lay there for the rest of the game? Okay. Set him on fire.
This thing sure is weird. Is that the thing Zaveid gave you? He said that it's a tool that shoots out power.
Yeah, and that's how he gets power to oppose the Malevolence.
So, if you shoot yourself, you gain more power. If you shoot someone with it, you sever their ties with the Malevolence. So it's kind of like a bow that only fires arrows of pure energy. Is that it?
These bullets have that kind of power?
Presumably.
And this is the last one, huh?
Looks like it. Assuming we can't figure out how to make more.
How about we take it apart and see if we can...
No way.
I know. We probably wouldn't know how to put it back together if we did that.
We need to treat it with care. It's obviously valuable.
An arrow of force.
If only we could mass produce that type of weapon and its bullets, then it'd be easier to fight the Hellions.
We'll have to wait for nightfall to sneak into the castle. Why don't we chill at the inn for a bit?
Are you hanging out at this hour? The city can be dangerous at night. Please be cautious. Where are we looking? But how are we going to sneak in there? You mind we go check out the town before we head to the castle? If we're going to sneak in, might as well scope the area out before we do.
Well, if it ain't the boss! Welcome!
Lunarre! But you look like a Hellion!
Oh dear, look at that face. You're scaring me, boss.
We don't have time to toy with the likes of you. Come on, I'll settle this right here and now.
What exquisite anger. It makes me so hungry.
Here he comes!
Malevolence here mix is incredibly strong.
You mean it's just like with the Cardinal before?
Don't think about anything else until we beat it.
Got it!
Oh, man. He doesn't have stats? His hit points aren't too high even on Chaos, though. He has spells now.
So is this what grown-ups are really like?
Yeah, sounds like something a brat would say.
We didn't get that much grade for this one, did we? Very weird.
Damn it! Still not enough?
It's the end of the line, Lunarre.
Now!
Got it!
Where'd all the color go?
What is this feeling?
Watch out! There's someone else here!
Might you refrain from acting out of turn?
That voice! Shut up! Don't interfere with me!
Foolish, reckless fox. Your role was to lead them on, if you recall. If you act recklessly and provoke his anger, what will we do then?
Wait!
This wasn't the plan, but I'm flexible.
Whoa!
It's too many. Okay, they don't have as much hit points as the original, but still.
Looks like we win.
Looks like a win.
You'd better go after him, or you'll lose him, girl. Surely you won't let him get away with such a vile betrayal.
Then that so-called job offer.
It was a setup.
It's a trap!
Damn it.
Quit messing around and show yourself!
What's your hurry? Relax. This is just the opening act.
I'll relax when you're good and dead.
Why is this guy still available?
Do you know whose voice that is?
How could I forget? That's who I've been after for so long.
What?
Haven't you noticed, Lila?
I have. There is no malevolence within this domain.
Meaning that whoever's generating this isn't a Hellion.
What could this mean?
Can this be real? Well, it ain't a dream, I can tell you that much. I just pinched my cheek and it hurt like heck. What a powerful domain, though, even without Malevolence. We can't seem to... It seems to be stronger than Sorey's. Hey, guess what? Sergey came by the other day and he was so floored by the boss's swords, he bought up 10 of them. What a guy. If only these guys could make exactly what I want them to make. What? Who made all these boxes? That's inconvenient. It's like they're railroading me into a trap.
Enough, alright? Come on! Let me out.
His will is not to be ignored. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Quick save.
Lunarre!
What is going on?
Rather productive for an opening act. What splendid anger you've shown me, girl. If it should blossom into hatred. Oh, but how happy he will be.
Who is she?
I've waited so long.
Indeed, the time is ripe for both of us.
Wait, Dezel! She's not a Hellion!
Like I give a damn. You turn my friends into Hellions and drag the name of the Wind Riders through the mud?
What are you talking about, Dezel?
Do you mean to say that the girl still doesn't know? Splendid. Oh, how splendid. The perfect scene has been set.
Dezel, no!
Let me go! This moment is what I've been living for!
Everyone stop! This whole thing is wrong! Sorey, Dezel, what's going on?
Dear, dear girl. Let me fill you in. In a desperate effort to preserve and continue the Wind Riders, who were his last concrete connection to his dead comrade, this Seraph abused your remarkable resonance to periodically commandeer your body, steering you all into the darkness, recreating the Wind Riders as an assassin's guild. Then, in his quest to kill a Hellion, he set his sights on the power of the Armatis, using you over and over as a vessel to enact his vengeance. It was all right, he thought. It was all to avenge his friend. I do wonder if you agree.
That's right. And to take my revenge against you, I would do it all again in a heartbeat!
That's enough, creepy little girl, for now.
Yeah, there's something wrong about all of this.
Let's get out of here!
I think not.
What the?
She became a Hellion? Why? If words alone won't make you remember. Well, like I said, I'm flexible.
So, you show your true colors at last.
Dang it!
Fuseface, level 100. It has fucking lasers. Oh my goodness.
The only reason that I live.
Oh, how lost you are in the delusion of self-affirmation.
What are you saying?
It's quite painful, really. Though I do understand how you
How is it not getting staggered?
like this.
Is this thing taking damage?
Think hard. What was it that you truly desired?
Shut up.
Back then, how and why did you lose your friend after killing a Hellion?
Why can't my allies know the hitboxes?
So sure you want this to be your vengeance?
Shut up!
Try and remember. Was it by my doing that you lost your friend? Why is it you're so attached to the Wind Riders? What is it you're truly after?
Enough of your crap!
My, you are lost, aren't you? How poignant.
Literally has no attributes I can exploit. At least it won't resist anything, but still. What kind of boss just doesn't stagger at all?
Lila, get ready to purify her!
Not this time. I'm gonna kill her!
Dezel!
What?
You mustn't! There's no other way. No! He's broken the pact?
That better have an explanation. How did he break it?
Tisk, tisk. I can't let you do that.
What? But why?
Sorey, this isn't the time!
All right.
Oh, nuts!
Again, I can manipulate the senses of others, deceive them through illusion, so when it looked like you'd suddenly turned it
Okay.
into a Hellion, precisely. Though for the record, the Hellion was real.
Lila, use the authority of the Prime Lord to stop Dezel.
I can't! The subboard has broken the pact!
Can that even be done?
Not usually. It can't be done from the subboard side. My, this is getting interesting.
Why did they suddenly have hacked powers in the plot? Hit me and restore my SC.
Tell me what it is you're after.
There's something you should know, Shepard.
What?
Let me show you exactly what mischief your Seraphim has wrought.
Get lost!
All he did was merely give his blessing. That's all. But not every blessing of the Seraphim is one that brings fortune to the people.
Finally! Finally, I can kill you! Die!
I really enjoy traveling with them. We're so lucky.
Yeah, I'm truly grateful.
And of course, I want to bring the Wind Riders under Rolance's wing. You're the greatest in the land.
But engagement to you, Prince Conan? It's like a dream.
I'm sorry to see our journey end, but all's well that ends well.
No. I don't want this to end.
Don't let up out there. Go!
Prince Conan, the captain is missing!
Get away from her right now!
Who are you to order me around?
He heard you.
He's already a Hellion.
Huh? Who are you talking to?
You all smell so delicious. It's driving me wild.
Delicious.
How could he have completely turned into a Hellion in such a short amount of time?
Your Highness, what is this nonsense about us killing the first Imperial Prince?
Guards! The traitor scum are here!
A trap, huh? You sick lunatic.
How can this be? It appears that Brad, the leader of the Wind Riders, has murdered the prince. He is already in custody of the Pendrago City Guard. All other Wind Riders are likewise under arrest.
Understand? It's all because Prince Conan became a Hellion, and at the urging of his Hellion greed, he sought to eliminate all hindrances. And by now, I imagine that you've already guessed what made him a Hellion. Have you not? Him.
Seraph can cause that?
I might be willing to pardon you, at least, if you'll agree to be mine.
What?
Oh, come now. You'd be the kept woman of the heir to the throne! A greater honor does not exist.
Why you?
Come on!
Behold, this is the fruit of your blessing. Do you have any idea what people call those with this kind of power? Angels of death.
It was all my fault? All my fault.
Looks like someone finally remembers his past.
Rose! Dezel! Move
it! And now the real fun starts, Shepard. Pay close attention.
It's gonna eat her. Why don't you attack from the side, dang it? It only knows how to attack from the front.
Dezel, don't move. Got it?
Why, you?
You mustn't! Rose is horribly wounded. Even if you purify the Malevolence, she doesn't have the strength to handle the burden.
Oh no.
You mustn't attack. Now, Rose will...
If we don't do anything, Rose will become a Hellion.
I'm just gonna stay here.
Her wounds will kill her even before that happens. A shepherd is faced with difficult choices sometimes. Isn't that right? Better decide quickly, Shepard. Your darling comedian doesn't have long. Silence!
What do I do? Can I move over to Rose's side?
Get back for a moment. I have a plan.
Oh, Shepard, do quit your desperate flaring about. You risk making a mess of the grand stage I spent all this time preparing.
Sorey, listen.
Dezel, don't push yourself.
Just listen to me. We have to sever the bond between Rose and the Hellion.
Even for the Shepherd, that would be nothing short of a miracle.
It's impossible.
Sorey, hand me that thing you cut from Zaveid. It can fire strength itself, right? Then I shall be that strength. I shall be your attack.
What do you mean?
Even as he is absorbed into the Hellion, he'll become an attack with a will of its own. He'll find the bond between Rose and the Hellion and sever it without hurting her body.
But that's just suicide!
If I can summon up the last reserves of my strength and merge them with the power stored in this one remaining bullet, I can stay myself long enough to break the bond while leaving Rose untouched. Sorey, neither Rose nor I can afford to waste any more time. You understand, don't you?
Dezel? No!
Counting on you. Don't mess this up.
Just spam LB. Fire a giant laser. Will that be enough?
Rose, I'm so sorry. It was me. I caused you, the Wind Riders, everyone to suffer. It's all my fault.
That's what was bugging you? I suppose from the outside it looked like we were suffering. But as far as I'm concerned, these have been the happiest years of my life. 5 years ago, when everything went pear-shaped, we could have been tossed to the winds. But instead, we got to travel again together as the scattered bones and the sparrow feathers. I was so happy. In fact, I'm grateful to you. Really. Hey, come on. There's gotta be more you want to say.
I'm useless. In the end, I wasn't good for a damn thing. But I can say I did one thing right. Just one. And that one right thing made everything else worthwhile. I'm eternally grateful to you too, Rose. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell Sorey and the others that it wasn't all bad. Romping around those ruins with all those nutballs.
I will.
And if they get bummed out about this, tell them, hey, I thought you had good to do in the world. Keep moping and crying, and I'll chain you up so tight you can't even breathe. And then, give him a good kick in the ass for me.
Yeah.
Good luck out there. Keep on keeping on.
Yeah!
Rose!
Oh, thank goodness.
So, how does it feel? What do you think, Shepard? To be as infatuated with someone as he once was? Is it not right that Seraphim, whose blessings only cause misfortune, should not be allowed to exist? Was not his very existence evil to the core and deserving of extermination?
Lies!
You've got quite a bark, girl. Those are some plucky words from one who once sought to kill the shepherd for the same reasons.
Who are you anyway?
I am Simone. Like him, a wretched, pitiable seraph, burdened with countless sins. And now, exeunt.
Wait!
I suggest you make time to grieve.
I told everyone to meet here tomorrow morning. Sometimes it's best to be alone for a while.
Thanks, Mikleo.
Sorey, don't worry about it too much. I need a bit of a walk myself.
The way Dezel's death was handled seems so contrived in some ways, due to the fact that he broke the pact so easily. Did he use the gun to break the pact? I don't know. I don't know his exact process for pulling it off. Talk to everyone, then go to the inn. Huh? Explore the city. We heard that there was an event there instead of at the inn itself.
Dezel's death, his shameful acts, and the things Simone said. Perhaps they're all things the shepherd has to accept in order to quell the Lord of Calamity.
So it's crazy that his domain was, his own blessing was able to completely corrupt someone like that, considering the prince seemed to be a sane person beforehand. Like, when you have the power of blessing, it seems like you can just make up almost any kind of plot device on the spot, doesn't it? Maybe that blessing is how he somehow broke free of the pact?
I'm just not sure how to feel about it all.
I was thinking you should quit.
What?
Just hear me out. I used to think that when the shepherd was getting crushed and overwhelmed by his duty or by his destiny, that it was something that you could just up and quit. Until yesterday, that is. Things are different now.
For Dezel's sake, if nothing else, I want to find the answers.
That's right. It isn't even some feeling of obligation so much as I just want to know, in the hope that we won't make the same mistakes again. So that's why I no longer think you should quit.
We definitely have to find some answers.
Right. And it isn't just the shepherd's duty either. This journey is something we, all of us, need to own.
That's true. Thank you.
There's no need for thanks. I just said how I truly feel.
Let's keep going. Our journey to find our answers is not over yet.
Our friend, the creepy little girl, she said she was burdened with sins.
Right. And she also said that the shepherd must know the truth of Seraphim, who carry such sorrowful burdens.
Of those whose mere existence means human suffering. Sometimes death can be a release. If just by living one causes terrible things to happen, then death would be.
Edna, stop right there!
I'm not talking about Dezel, you idiot.
You shouldn't be saying that about your brother either!
So what if I did? They're just words. It's probably nothing you haven't heard before anyway.
I still don't like it. I don't want to hear it right now.
Oh. Then there's nothing to discuss.
Yeah.
Sorey. All I was really trying to say is that I think Dezel was saved in a way. I chose my words poorly, and it was wrong of me. I apologize.
Thank you, Edna.
Don't mention it.
Lila, what are you doing?
Oh, this?
That's incredible! How'd you do that?
Making paper crafts like this really takes the edge off for me. I forget about all my cares, and it's like I just enter my own little world.
I see.
Sorey, you've got to stop carrying the burden all by yourself.
I think this one's gonna be tough, even if I share the burden. I find myself wondering, was there anything else I could have done? Should we have talked it over first? I just start thinking about things.
Moments of reflection are good for the spirit, Sorey, but regrets solve nothing.
What's this?
Humans have a custom. Sometimes they send a paper boat down a river imbued with a remembrance of their lost one, so that it may reach them. Since Dezel was a wind seraph, I thought maybe a bird that soars through the air would be more fitting. Now, Sorey, let's send it off.
I'm sure it reached him. Lila,
Yes?
thank you. But you mustn't try to carry the burden all by yourself either.
I'll be quite fine. There's no need to worry. I'm going to stay up here for a while. The wind feels comforting.
All right then. I'll leave you to it.
Okay. I too have a ways to go.
Hey, Shepard. Tell me something. How was Dezel in his last moments?
He was smiling.
So, he was he? I guess he got his wish after all.
Zaveid, you knew Dezel, didn't you?
Sort of. There was a time my comrades and I saved him, when he was just a little rascal.
Oh. Is that why your fighting styles are so similar?
Yep, he learned by copying me. And yet, I don't think he even remembered who I was. That fellow tossed everything away, even his memories. But if something gets thrown away, you just gotta find it again. And you found it for him, didn't you?
Hey, are you trying to comfort me, Zaveid?
You bet I am. You're gonna be my all-important vessel pretty soon. Can't have you getting all malevolent on me.
Huh?
Wait, we're a lone wolf.
And on that note, I think I'll go talk to Lila about that sublord pact.
You gotta be kidding me!
Well, I can't exterminate the Hellions all by myself anymore, can I? And besides, if I tag along with you, I can collect your debt to me whenever I like.
You can't just decide something like that!
Oops, I did. Anyway, see you tomorrow, Sheps.
That lousy...
Sorey,
Huh?
back there, I spoke with Dezel during his last moments. And when I saw him then, I remembered something that I'd forgotten long ago. I had met him before, when I was really little. I realized he'd probably been protecting me ever since, my whole life.
Rose, Dezel didn't want you to know that. He said he wanted you to live believing you'd come this far by your strength alone.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he wanted.
But I actually wish he'd just straight up told me. Without knowing, I was a jerk. Self-absorbed and totally ungrateful to him.
Sorry.
From now on, you gotta tell me these things, alright?
Right. This is actually a load off my mind. I was worried you'd be, devastated.
Yeah, I don't know. A whole lot of things happened all at once. And somehow it doesn't feel like I'll never see him again. And the garbage that crazy Simone chick was spouting, I think it says more about her problems than anything else.
Rose, you're my hero.
Oh, I just don't like to think too much. Anyway, Sorey, you get some good rest.
I will.
Sorry, I think it's time you got some rest. Sleep. Okay.
Morning, Sorey. Did you sleep well?
Yeah.
You don't look like it.
Yo, Sorey!
Oh, Zaveid, you're still here.
Ouch! Lila, is he always this cold?
Well, it looks like everyone's here. Care to explain why you wish to enter the Sublord Pact?
No problemo. My goal is directly connected to the Shepherd's journey.
Your goal? Oh yeah, you said there were people you had to settle the score with.
Right. One of them being Little Miss Edna's older brother. And the other? Maotelus.
Maotelus of the Five Lords?
The entire Glenwood continent is supposed to be under his protection, right? Except our baby boy toddled off somewhere, and right at that exact time, the Lord of Calamity shows up. Isn't that funny?
It can't be.
I didn't think it could be either, at first.
But if Maotelus really did become a Hellion and bind with Heldalf...
We'll need to confirm that's what happened.
And the only way to do that is to approach him directly.
Maybe, but we need to be able to stand against Heldalf's domain, or we're sunk.
And that's where I come in. If you'll let me fill the Dezel-shaped hole in your group, together we should be strong enough. How about it? It's in all our best interests, right?
What do you believe we should do?
Sorey!
No. What were we talking about again?
Hey, can I have the floor?
Huh?
Hey! I thought you had good to do in the world! Keep moping and crying, and I'll chain you up so tight you can't even breathe! That's what he said. Oh, and he asked me to kick your ass a little too while I was at it. And then I told him I'd do my best out there. And so that's why I'm damn well gonna do my best out there. Why am I crying like this?
Rose.
He was really, really glad he got to travel with all of you. And I didn't even notice. But in the end, he was smiling. If only I talked with him more. Oh, forget it. I'm done.
Thank you for delivering his message to us. He was a kind watchdog up until the very end.
I'll say.
Guess you'll be okay from now on, huh, Rose?
I'm okay. Are you okay?
All right, let's go.
Hold your horses! Don't I get a pact thingy?
Oh.
Alrighty. So, now what do we do?
Just as planned. We're heading to Glaivend Basin.
Since it's the place where we first met Heldalf.
Glaivend Basin, huh? Here we go.
Hold on, don't we have to redo the entire wind trial? He kept all of Dezel's equipment and titles. And he's got a bunch of gold titles too. He's got... he can go pretty far. But what about arts usage? Yep, he kept those. Basically, they... but... oh no, he did not keep arts usage for his mystic art because that's technically under a different name. Keeps everything else, though. I never got a chance to use Sylphistia.
You said you'd fill in for Dezel, right?
A man never goes back on his word. Well, unless it's with the ladies.
But can you really do it?
Oh ho ho! You doubt me, huh? Come on, you've seen what I can do.
Yeah, but only because you practically forced it on us.
I said I was sorry. Jeez.
We get how strong you are, but what about the spiritual power of wind? You don't have to go back and get it?
Not to worry. The shepherd takes those spiritual powers into
Oh, good explanation.
so there's nothing to worry about. Especially not with an able and handsome wind seraph like me.
All right then.
I won't let you down.
I'll see to it you don't.
I'm a little surprised. You're quite knowledgeable about spiritual powers and shepherds.
Well, I am a well-experienced grown-ass man after all. You know you can always count on me.
Somehow I'm not so sure that I can.
Sounds like he has prior experience with being a sublord.
I know this is real sudden, but there's something I want to ask y'all so I can fit in a little better. Tell me your weaknesses.
Why would we tell you something like that?
Hey now, that's cold, Mick boy. I'll tell you mine to make it fair. On days when the temperature is low, I get cold.
Yeah, because you don't wear any clothes.
Oh, I see how it is. You want something juicier? Let me tell you something. If a girl starts crying, there's nothing I won't do for her.
Didn't need to know that, thanks.
You guys are tough customers. All right, try this one on for size. I'm strong against earth, but weak against fire.
Cap, I could not get power hits even with fire or Mattis when fighting you. If only they actually implemented that kind of weakness, then his battles would go a little faster.
We knew that.
That's no good either. Well, then here's a juicy tidbit that'll rock your world. As far as I can tell, from the waist up, Lila is...
This isn't even about weaknesses anymore.
Looks like you're fitting in just fine, I'd say.
Hey, Zaveid. I want to ask you about something you mentioned.
Oh, Is this your response to my love confession?
Don't try and weasel your way out of this. You said there was something you had to settle with my brother.
That's all there is to it, really. There's just something between us we need to settle.
And that something is?
I told him, please, let me marry your little sister, and he punched me.
Don't lie.
Oh, come on, he'd totally do something like that.
Fine, don't tell me then.
No wonder he's worried about her all the time.
So what's this really about?
Did Edna's brother ask a favor from you or something like that?
Who wants to know?
Does it have something to do with the oath?
Nah, it's not that big of a deal. But even so, a promise between men is just as sacred.
Sentimental Sister title. How high level is that title? Of course it's red.
It all might be too much for mere humans to bear.
I shouldn't have taken them along. Oh, it's so useless to say that now.
They could have stayed home in their rooms if they didn't want to deal with it. They went out of their own accord.
Yeah, and I don't think either of them expect or want anyone to take responsibility for their being dragged into this.
Both of them seem so used to living with the Seraphim. Wonder if they were always like this.
Sorey and I were raised together ever since we were just babies.
There was a time when you were a baby?
That's rude.
My bad, my bad. I'm sure you were a sweet, well-behaved little guy back in your day.
Too bad I'm not like that anymore, huh? You know, there's something I've been wondering.
Yeah, what?
You're an Earth Seraph, right? So why do you use an umbrella for a weapon? Isn't that more like a water element?
I guess I can tell you. Ready to have your mind blown? I'm using it precisely because I'm an Earth Seraph.
Huh?
You know about the dominant relationships among the elements. Earth, water, fire, and wind, right? Earth is stronger than water. Meaning that especially when using seraphic arts, you can increase your mana output by using the subordinate element as a catalyst.
What?
Just to let you know, Lila has been using wind-imbued paper, and Dezel's pendulum has been using earth and minerals as their catalysts. The staff that you've been using is fundamentally an earth element. You'd have to be a complete idiot for using something like that as a water seraph.
Wait, but if that's the case, what would even be a good fire type catalyst? A torch? A flamethrower? A gun or something? Maybe a cigarette?
Is what I'd like to say, but I'll hold back.
But you did just say it.
Well, if you've been using it as a way to train yourself, or a way to incorporate physical attacks on top of seraphic arts, then you're not doing it completely wrong, at least. The longer you live, the easier it is for you to choose to do what takes the least amount of effort. But if you really aren't satisfied and want to grow stronger, then you're just going to have to do things the hard way if you want to go beyond whatever ability you were born with.
Huh.
Anyways, you've been using your staff without knowing what it's for. Good job, dummy.
Ugh.
So using the using your disadvantageous element as a weapon would probably force you to practice being better at using seraphic arts, and Mikleo's been training like that the whole time without knowing it, huh? Despite that, he can still achieve the same level of arts attack power as everyone else, so that is actually pretty amazing. Just realized almost everyone got filled up on BG. No more skits.
Why do you kill the Hellions?
Well, hell's bells. Not one to mince words now, are you?
It's not the sort of thing you need to beat around the bush about.
Fair enough. Plain and simple, it's just my style.
You mean killing?
If I gotta.
There are some out there who can't be purified.
Yeah. There are Hellions who can't go back to their original form.
But even so, Sorey promised he'd find a way to bring them back. With Edna.
How shepherdly of him. Well, if he can't find a way, then he needs to take responsibility. As long as he does that, it's fine.
Taking responsibility.
To kill, you mean?
No, not exactly. Meaning he needs to find his own answer. That was pretty wise of me, right? They love me not. They love me, they love me not. They love me.
What is it you're trying to find out?
You know how I joined halfway, and after I did a bunch of not so nice stuff to you guys? I kinda wonder if everyone hates me.
Well, what did you find out?
Well, it looks like... yeah, everyone pretty much hates me.
Oh, come now. Sorey and the others aren't like that.
Yeah, he is the shepherd and all. Not to mention kind of a goody two-shoes. So maybe it's kind of meaningful that a guy like me tags along, even if I'm not exactly welcomed.
Then I'll do a little reading myself to see if you're truly welcome among us.
A paper flower? That means there's only one petal.
Zaveid is our friend, it says.
It's just some dumb fortune.
Maybe, but my fortunes are never wrong.
Mr. Shepherd, where's Lila and the others?
They went to the sauna to relax.
Oh, snap! Sorey, let's set up the sauna!
Maybe later.
Come on, don't be such a buzzkill. We men need to be open and comfortable about things like this. You know, a naked relationship.
Well, you are always half naked, Zaveid.
I may look like an exhibitionist when it comes to my body, but the door to my heart is always closed. That's why I wanted to take this time to bond with you. You know, like, as an accomplice.
Don't tell me you're going to read the wind to snoop around the girl's sauna.
Oh, you're pretty sharp after all, you no-good shepherd, you.
I don't think this is a good idea. Someone's definitely going to notice.
I don't want to grow up to be the kind of guy who views everything as a win-or-lose situation. The trickling sweat, the flushed red cheeks. There is a healthy, sublime beauty in this closed space we call a sauna. Sorey, let's go hunting for babes.
That sure was therapeutic. Why don't you guys step in as well?
You mean like this?
That's not the kind of babe hunting I'm talking about!
Huh?
Seems like Mikleo might be Sorey's type. Anything else?
Zaveid, I have a favor to ask of you.
What is it? I don't like that look on your face.
Please, put some clothes on. It's just not right.
I wish I could, Toots, but it's part of my oath.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's the reason I've been traveling alone.
It's not like you're the only one who's got an oath to follow, you know?
You have one too, Edna?
Yeah, to prevent my brother from leaving the mountains. I eat peanuts every day, an amount equal to my age.
And I need to get a tan to shed a layer of skin at least once a month.
Oh, I remember Dezel saying something about an oath he had to keep his teeth all jaggedly sharp.
I can't tell if you're joking or not.
Look who's talking.
But that's what the oath of the Seraphim is like, isn't it?
Yes. We must keep the truth in our hearts. That's the nature of the oath.
Just realized, Zaveid only started wearing a hat now, but that means before he fought us, he was not using a hat at all. That means his arts attack must have been really low, and yet he was still kicking our butts.
Today's dinner was a little hard to swallow for growing boys like us.
Even if you're not a youngin', this stuff is so bland.
I chose it so we could all have something healthier to eat for once.
It's so expensive.
It looks like it wasn't well received, though.
It's great that it's healthy and all, but this is too much of a good thing.
Yeah, it's not very chewy or crunchy, very subtle in flavor. No matter how you look at it, it wasn't very satisfying.
It certainly was quite a radical dinner.
You didn't have to say that much about it. That really hurts. I've been working hard to make sure everyone's health stays in check, and not to mention our wallets.
Whoa! Hey, we don't blame you for anything. Isn't that right, Mikleo? Zaveid?
Right. We know how much you care for us out there. I'm really grateful. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for caring about us. Glad to have you by our side.
I'm so glad to hear it. Now then, guess it's time for a second helping.
Wait, so you only made this because it was what you really wanted to eat?
Oh, I got a skit for... I got an achievement for getting a lot of skits. But yeah, that was an expensive achievement, both getting there and buying the tofu itself. Why is this 3,000? That is ridiculous. It should only cost like 1,000 at most. It's just tofu. Unless tofu is a delicacy here. But no, wait, this one has tofu in it too, so why is this one so much cheaper? This one is a way more complex looking meal. And it actually might have a better effect.
Holy crap, this salmon terrine thing is amazing! Amazing, but I wonder how they make it. And what's a terrine anyway?
Huh? You're eating it without knowing what it is?
Well, yeah. You don't need to know how to make it or what's in it just to put it in your mouth. Why? Do you know?
Of course. Terrine is a dish that you make by...
Take your salmon and fillet it into thirds, apply herbs and vinegar, then marinate for no less than 30 minutes.
Oof, well. Miss Edna's a well-versed lady. Even advanced cooking is no problem for you, huh?
After this, toss it together with well-beaten slimes and add crushed smoke-dried leeches on top. Put it all in a container and hang it under the eaves for 3 days and 3 nights.
Wait, what? Slimes? As in the gooey Hellion things? Those are in this?
To draw out the flavor, secretly put in a couple melon gels and...
Sorey, don't take anything she says at face value, remember?
Yeah, Edna, knock it off. Some of us are still eating.
We're eating? I think I'm done.
Incidentally, the correct answer. Terrine is a dish made by assembling the ingredients together and baking them in a container called a terrine.
Come on, Mikleo, hurry up!
You're taking forever!
Making it for the both of you takes longer. You know that.
None for me. You're awfully brave for an amiibo.
I'm so hungry I could die.
You guys too?
Hurry!
Fine. Here, try this.
Huh?
That's it?
This won't fill my stomach a bit.
Thank you! More, please!
For crying out loud, have you ever heard of savoring your food?
Less talky talk, more worky work.
If you don't hurry it up, there's no telling what gentle Zaveid might do.
Yeah, Mikleo, come on!
Yeah, come on!
Gah! If you whiners are so hungry, make it yourselves. It's not like I'm your personal... Ah!
There is no greater beauty than true friendship.
The way that Sorey instinctively trusts people speaks well for him, but it's not good to be too trusting.
Oh! So you think someone ought to tell him all the uncomfortable and unpleasant truths of the adult world, huh? No problemo. Zaveid is on the case.
That's entirely not what I said.
Ah, come on. You realize it won't be all rainbows and moonbeams if he carries that same pure heart into adulthood, don't you?
Well, that's why we're here, right? To watch over Sorey and keep him on the path of virtue.
Huh! You're not his best childhood friend for nothing, I see. But what'll Sorey do if you stray from the path of virtue?
Like that would ever happen. If nothing else, Sorey would never allow it. What? I'm just saying the truth. This is how you treat me? Sorey, look! The land below has some of the same plants that grow in Elysia.
You're right. Gramps' blessing surrounds and protects Elysia, but I guess the two lands are still connected.
Yeah. Maybe plant life from the land below has gotten carried by the wind all the way to Elysia.
But seeds aren't the only thing the wind carries, boys.
Uh-oh. What are we in for now?
Nothing good, I'd imagine.
Now don't be like that. This is a highly relevant topic for youths on the cusp of manhood. The wind can bring many beguiling pleasures your way. A letter, a melody, even the heady perfume of love. So if anything like that ever crops up, old Zaveid is here to be your guide.
It's true that sometimes things like that come up.
But you'd kind of be the last person we'd ever tell about it.
What? But I'm your greatest ally, your most tireless accomplice.
You just want an excuse to pry into our affairs.
Guess he's trying too hard to fit in. Rose, about what happened, The last thing I need is to be pitied. I'm fine, really, right as rain. We need to keep to the mission. Nothing has changed, for you or for me, Sorey. We need to hunt down Heldalf again. Yeah, all the more so if he's really connected to Maotelus. Let's head over to Glaivend Basin first, like our original plan. We can work from there.
So then, now what do we do?
Someone there?
It looks like Heldalf wasn't in Glaivend.
Indeed. Were he near us, we'd surely have felt the strength of his domain.
I guess we'll have to search somewhere else.
But we'll need at least some clue as to where he is.
Agreed. I hate wasting my time.
Hiding such a large amount of malevolence shouldn't exactly be an easy task.
Malevolence, huh? I remember feeling an unusually strong level of malevolence before.
When was that?
Right after we fought earlier. It was when we were heading back to Pendrago from the Guinevere Shrine.
So, maybe southwest of Pendrago?
All right, let's check it out.
You guys really gonna go on such a shot in the dark?
Sounds like it's worth a look.
We've got nothing to lose.
If this ends up being a waste of time, I swear I'll stab you.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
Due to the heightened tension with the Highland army, there's no passage through here at the moment. Please turn back.
This domain, it's so strong.
Heldalf is here. There's no mistaking it.
The final showdown, huh?
Heldalf!
Whoa, okay, yeah, he's freaky strong.
This won't go like last time.
I certainly hope that it won't.
What do you mean?
Do you think it's coincidence that you've encountered Hellion's domains at every turn?
So what? This was all your doing? Is that what you want to say?
Is this your idea of being merciful?
You know, he used to be a general. There's no telling what he's really plotting.
Is he trying to negotiate?
Be on your guard, Sorey.
Yeah, he's capable of anything.
So, how are we supposed to find out if this guy really did bind with Maotelus?
We'll just have to fight him head on.
You got a death wish?
If not that, then what?
Tell me something, Heldalf. Are you?
What's so damn funny?
You talk far too much. I am the Lord of Calamity, and thou art the Shepherd. The meeting of the two is, by definition, conflict. Do you not agree?
Sorey!
Here he comes, everyone!
Go on, ship. Show me what a vessel you are.
I won't be pushed over that easily!
Oh, he's using different arts now. Okay. Oh, at least it's actually taking damage now. Guys, going after a Seraphim. Oh, no. Oh no.
Hard to believe you're the same rosy-cheeked youth as before.
We're making progress, but I got a bad feeling about this.
Wonder of wonders. I agree with you.
You like that?
Are you happy?
Huh?
Keep fighting like this, and you'll strike me down. Can't you feel it? Is that not what you truly wish inside?
What are you saying?
You yearn for it. You crave it. Would you drown in this fountain of ecstasy you have created?
Lila! It's time to settle this!
What's wrong? Sorey, if you finish this here, can you be absolutely sure you will not regret it later?
That's right. Did we really come all this way just to smack old Kitty Beard around? Or was there something else?
As you know, To quell the Lord of Calamity is the duty of the Shepherd. That is not incorrect.
Is he challenging us? Do it if we can?
No.
The bastard's up to something.
Simone,
Yes.
Oh no, both at once?
dispose of them.
An illusory art!
Look out, everyone!
You're too late.
That's OP. She's even more OP than her boss is. If you... All this villain paralysis gimmicks.
My, you're finally putting some effort into it. How long do you think your malevolence can isolate him?
For one of his strength, probably only about.
After the last 10 minutes?
I apologize.
It will do.
It's bad. It's relying on Edna.
Get ready!
Oh.
Don't tell me the tables have turned. Victory was close, yet now only anxiety and impending doom.
Sorey! Don't let your emotions waver. He's...
Lila!
Still you interfere?
Deathless Mioma!
They always go for the mages.
Lila, Heldalf is trying to manipulate me while I'm still missing the full picture. Is that what you're trying to say? At this rate, he's just going to keep needling me. I'm a plaything to him.
Sorey, I understand.
You've got to help everyone.
You're not getting away.
Well, we're making progress, but still, I don't like fighting 2-on-1 like this. Why isn't he using his giant Earth attack? He's using Karmic Stance and some other arts, but not his big Earth attack that was unblockable.
Find a weak point.
Oh no. Oh, I'm slowed down.
Let's knock him back with a hidden art.
I'll punish your Karmic Stance the moment it ends. I think that's the key to victory. Oh, come on! Oh man. Should I armatize or not? He's got his focus buffed up. Oh, she's doing the thing. What? Was that scripted? That was scripted, I think.
Sorey.
I didn't even remember to press X. Even then, I don't know if I could win.
Do not resist.
No! I will never give up!
Do you not realize how warped it is to struggle so?
What?
Simone, release the squire.
At once.
Ow! What on...
Prepare to see just what your resistance has earned you, Shepherd.
No!
And that was his fatal mistake, wasn't it, Lila? Beth Miss Mioma!
But that's... Is that water type art? That's a bad element. Dig on the earth. But you don't have earth right now.
Resist this, dumbass!
Do you really plan to slay her? A Seraph?
Killing is my business. Or did you forget?
Simone.
Very well, as you wish.
So much for using her as a human shield. She's some kind of sadomasochist.
Toying with you has lost its charm. Shepherd Sorey, work under me. Should we not bring this world back to the way it was, together?
What?
Walking a path alongside the Lord of Calamity can only lead to malevolence. Surely you...
And what is so strange about that? Malevolence will always be with us. It can only be dispelled by the scant few who hold the power of purification. Are you saying that's the way things should be?
Hellions only bring pain to humans and Seraphim alike.
And so it is therefore natural to resist malevolence? Absurd. Shepherd Sorey, I repeat once more, join me. For too long have the Seraphim been forced to fight the Malevolence. Too long have they been chained, toiling away at their blessings. Let us restore them to their rightful form as Hellions.
I refuse.
Then let us finish our battle once and for all.
I refuse that as well. This is not the time.
So you say. But one day you will discover it for yourself, the true nature of humans and Seraphim in this world.
No mistake. That bearded menace is connected to Maotelus. When we were trapped by his malevolence, I felt a presence.
But there wasn't even a trace of Maotelus back then.
Think about it. What if you were convinced you couldn't see something, but it was right under your nose?
It's something we see all the time and yet never notice.
This?
The ground?
You mean the Hellion could be using the continent of Glenwood itself as a vessel?
Right. There's only one guy out there who'd be capable of pulling it off.
But if that's the case...
Even if all this is true, is it possible to purify the land itself? If Heldalf were the vessel, it would make a lot more sense. But if the Earth is the vessel, why would Maotelus also be connected to Heldalf?
Let's find Maotelus. If it's true that Heldalf is connected to Maotelus, who's become a Hellion using the Earth as a vessel, then so long as we don't purify Maotelus, we'll never be able to quell Heldalf.
But even with all the legends of Maotelus we've collected, there hasn't been a single clue as to his whereabouts.
We should search for Maven.
Old Man Maven?
That's right. He was journeying to study the legends surrounding Maotelus as well.
We don't have a clue. but he just might.
Yeah, but how are we supposed to find him?
I have an inkling. Let's go meet with the ones who protect the ruin of Logren and see what they think.
Logren? That's the ruin in Zafgot Moor, right?
Yes.
Then it's been decided. Let's get packing, Lebo.
All right. Just stop that.
Hey, are you okay with this?
I trust him, though it is a gamble.
Oh. I'll get out of here. Heldalf is his motivations are kind of confusing me. I thought that his given what Maltron was saying, his motivation would be to kill off everyone to free them from Malevolence, but now he wants to actually turn everyone, all the Seraphs into Hellions. Shows me the bone to see him standing there, but I can't afford to lose. Sorey, please take care of his that his Malevolence doesn't corrupt you as well. His stats are not actually that high, though his karmic stance is really powerful. And the worst part is that even if you try to guard it, your allies can still trigger it, and it breaks your guard all the time. So even if you're guarding, you still get hit. You have to the moment he does it, you have to actually back away so that even if someone else hits him, you won't get hit as well. And you can counterattack him. And unlike before where he was resistant to everything except neutral, now he's resistant to neutral and weak to earth. Really weird. Of course I don't get a defeated number for him because he was not meant to be winnable. I think he's supposed to be weaker offensively compared to his early version as well, due to his domain being stronger back then.
Why did she...
Rose, is the injury you got from him starting to hurt?
Oh, no, I'm totally fine. It's just really embarrassing for me to get hurt like that when being kept ransom.
No. What's really scary is that he would do such a thing without hesitation. And plus...
Simone's reaction.
Yes.
Her illusions are really something.
Her skills are quite unusual, but there's something even stranger about her.
You mean how she isn't affected by Malevolence?
Yes. Or rather, how deeply she believes in him from the bottom of her heart.
But how could she? When she was shot, she was smiling. How could she trust him so?
Only she knows the answer.
But Simone has remained a Seraph while following the will of Heldalf. That much is true.
So then what's really dangerous is how pure she actually is.
Pretty ironic.
Yeah.
Isn't Logren? Yup, the Tower Town, right up your alley, isn't it? You ruined Skeek? Not surprised at all Maven would be there. From Perlos Pasture, you gotta head northwest, cross the Great Camelot Bridge, then continue on to the very northwest of Zafgot Moor. It's crazy far, I'm warning ya. What did Lila mean when she said she had an inkling? Our best bet is to head to Logren. I'm willing to trust whatever Lila says. Except for her puns. Thanks for tuning in to this Let's Play of Tales of Zestiria. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe, and or hit the bell icon.